RuneScape's next big limited time game mode is almost here. GRIDMASTER is releasing on October 15th, and today I'm going to give you guys everything you need to know to have the best experience possible. Now, don't get confused, GRIDMASTER is not a league. We've already had 5 of those. This is an in-between leagues. They're already working on the next one. This is more like a mini game. It's going to go for 1 month, but taking a look at the tiles on the board so far, if you're sweating it out, you're probably going to be able to get it done in less than a week. If you're just casually playing, you should be able to get most of the tiles done. There are some tough ones on there that a few casuals might not be able to get, but for the most part, you should be able to complete the board in about a month and get some crazy powerful weapons and have a crazy powerful account and have a great time. In this video, we're going to break down what's officially been released about the game mode, what has been leaked because it's Jagex and something always gets leaked, and some theories we might have, and of course, what you can expect on the day when GRIDMASTER goes live. GRIDMASTER launches on October 15th and goes for 4 weeks. Anybody that doesn't know, 4 weeks is 1 month, but it will go all the way until November 12th, which means after it finishes, there's only a month and a half for Jagex to release Sailing if they're going to get it on time. This is sort of like a mini bingo style event. Jagex wanted to do something that we enjoy, like bingo, and make it crazy like they like to do. So it's a 7x7 board and every tile represents a task. After you complete a task, every tile will represent a reward that can range anything from the Echo Harpoon to Golden God Relic from previous leagues. On top of that, finishing a horizontal or vertical row will result in a bigger reward, which so far we've seen seem to be all of the powerful weapons that you got from the previous Raging Echoes League. During the event, you'll earn grid points. These grid points can be used in exchange for the cosmetic rewards that you're able to get after GRIDMASTER. These rewards include a tabard, which is basically just a stupid way of saying long t-shirt, a backpack slot grid sword emblem, which personally I think looks super sick. I'm excited to get that one. And finally, a new login screen. The first time we've seen a reward of a new login screen. Now, don't tell Jagex, but you can actually already change your login screen with a RuneLite plugin, so I wouldn't waste my points on that. Just cutting in here in post-production, that's actually not true. You can change the chapel in your house to make it look like a login screen behind your altar. Mike wrote this script and I'm gonna fire him after this. Now, everybody playing GRIDMASTER is going to have to start completely fresh on a fresh level 3. It's the same way all leagues and all Deadman modes start, and this one is no different. However, what is different this time is it is not exclusive to members only. In fact, all of the middle tiles on the grid are completely free to play, so that free to play players can dip their feet in and suss out some of the crazy gameplay from leagues and Deadman modes, and maybe this is Jagex's way of getting some of the free players to buy some new membership. Now, let's go ahead and have a look at the board that has currently been released. Not everything has been released yet. There are quite a few tiles that we don't know what the tasks are going to be, but we do know that there is a task to kill an ogress. There is a task to defeat Jalzek within the Inferno. There's a task to cook a shark while wearing a chef's hat. There's a task to complete the Inferno in 30 minutes or less. There is a task to obtain some valuables from a house in Varlamore. There's a task to get over 30,000 coins from one alchemy spell. There's a task to subdue Temperos. There's a task to witness the gemstone crab burrow away. There's a task to obtain a rare unique from the tombs of Amasket. There's a task to build a demonic throne in your player-owned house. There's a task to defeat the lesser demon in the wizard's tower. Of course there is. And there's a task to defeat all 4 awakened bosses and basically unlock Blood Torva. As you can see down here, they've already released one of the row rewards, which is the Sunlight Spear from the previous league. Very powerful weapon, and I'm excited to use this one again. And then down in the bottom corner here, you might notice while we're looking at it, it will flash. That flash right there is the dog sword from the previous league as well, which is all 5 god swords, special attacks put into 1 god sword, which was a bit of a meme, but very funny. Now, As for the rewards, killing an ogress is going to award you the combatant relic, which is the benefit of picking 3 skills. And every time you gain XP in one of the skills, you'll gain 50% of that XP in the other 2 selected skills. For instance, if I was to pick magic, I would pick range and prayer. Anytime that I would gain magic XP, I would gain 50% of that XP in prayer and ranged. If I gain 100 magic XP, I gain 50 ranged XP and 50 prayer XP. This is going to be super OP. Personally, I think I'm going to be picking magic, ranged, and strength. That way I can alch all the way to 99 mage, and by the time I'm there, I'll be 92 range and 92 strength, and I can just go from there. Now, the next task, killing a Jalzek within the Inferno, is going to reward you with the Slayer Master Relic. This is to be on task for all Slayer monsters and unlock all Slayer task perks for free. This one seems hard, but it's going to be probably pretty easy considering all of the relics that we're going to be getting, which we'll get to very soon. Cooking a shark is going to reward you with a corrupted shark. This is a shark that isn't consumed when eaten. Heals a base of 20 hit points, so an infinite food source. Someone actually commented and said that this shark is not an infinite food source for me, it's just a regular lunch. So to that guy, fuck you. Completing the Inferno in 30 minutes or less is going to award you with the Guardian Relic. This is going to summon a powerful Guardian Thrall, which was from the previous league, has a max hit of 13 and an attack speed of 4, and a minimum hit of 5. This was the best DPS in the previous league. It's going to be a super powerful relic when you get it in this one as well. Thieving a valuable from the house in Varlamore is going to award you with the Golden God perk, everybody's favorite relic from the previous league. It's going to let you get infinite money, infinite magic XP, 15% more gold when you're alching, 65% chance to not have the item consumed, and you can just stack that GP up. Golden God, very, very fun. Now, completing the league tutorial is going to give you the choice between Power Miner, Lumberjack, and the Animal Wrangler. I'm sure you guys remember from the previous league, these were all of the choices that they had at the start. You can either get an Echo Pickaxe, an Echo Axe, or an Echo Harpoon, and it's going to give you mining and smithing, wood cutting and fire making, or cooking and fishing, as well as hunter. I'm going to tell you guys, hey, listen, you can pick whatever, but the harpoon is definitely the best. But you might not have to pick between all 3, which we will get into again in just a moment after I've gone through all of these. Now, alching 30,000 coins at once is going to give you the Production Prodigy Relic, which basically just means all of your production is done in one tick. So if you're smithing cannonballs, you will smith all of the bars into cannonballs at the same time. Fletching logs, it will do all of the logs into bows. Headless arrows, regular arrows, blah blah blah. Cleaning herbs, cooking food, crafting leather, everything's done instantly. Very, very good perk there. Now, 2 new ones as well. Defeating Temperos is going to give you the Craftsman benefit. You get to select 3 artisan skills. So this is just like Combatant, except it's for artisan skills, which is construction, cooking, crafting, fire making, fletching, herb lore, runecraft, and smithing. Personally, I think I'm going to be going with construction, herb lore, and rune crafting most likely, because construction going to be very easy when you have that Golden God relic. You can just buy all of your construction XP and it's going to be very fast, which means 99 construction, I'll be 92 herb lore and 92 rune crafting straight away, and I'll have production prodigy for all of the rest of these. So that's my personal opinion on that one. Then for watching the gemstone crab burrow away, you have the Gatherer, which is the same thing as the last 2, but it's for mining, fishing, woodcutting, hunter, agility, slayer, and thieving. And for this one, it's probably going to be agility, slayer, and thieving, because the mining, fishing, woodcutting, and hunter all have a bonus from the Animal Wrangler and Lumberjack and Power Miner relics. So my personal there is probably going to be agility, slayer, and thieving, but we'll have to see what some of the rest of the rewards are. Now, if you somehow manage to get Blood Torva in the bingo, you are going to be awarded with the Battle Hat. This is a Tribrid helmet with no negative bonuses that also functions as a Slayer helm. This is an insanely powerful helmet. Plus 15 in all stats, plus 60 in all defense. You get 10 strength bonus, which is more than a Torva full helm, 5 range strength, which is more than a Missouri mask, and 5 magic strength percentage, which is much more than an ancestral hat. You also get 10 prayer bonus. So this is a crazy thing, but of course you need to get Blood Torva to get it, so it's going to be pretty hard. Now, obtaining one rare unique from the Tombs of Amasket is immediately going to give you a mega rare scroll, which you can trade in for a Scythe of Atur, Tunic in Shadow, or Twisted Bow. Now, we'll get into the theories later, but I'm assuming doing one TOB and doing one Chambers of Xeric is probably going to do the same thing, so you're going to be able to get all 3 mega rares as well, most likely. Then, building a Demonic Throne is going to get you the Thunder Khopesh, which was by far and away the most powerful weapon in the previous league. This thing hits 110, I think, at max. And then after you hit 110, it does a lightning bolt that hits 110. So this is a crazy weapon. And it should be pretty easy to get with Golden God. Getting 99 construction doesn't take that long at all. And then finally, the last one is defeating the Lesser Demon in the tower, and this gives you the minimum potential relic, which gives you the perk of never being able to hit below a 5 unless you miss your attack. So if you were going to hit a 1, you'd hit a 5. If you were going to hit a 2, you would hit a 5. If you were going to hit a 3, you would hit a 5, and so on. Then the last thing we've seen is the Sunlit Braces. You get the Sunlit Braces and the Sunlight Spear just by completing this row. We know the Dog Sword is in this row as well, and the other things that they have released is clicking on this will show Damned if you don't. So we're assuming this is probably going to be the Gloves of the Damned from the previous league. And then Wrong Lever, not too sure about that, but they have some little hidden messages in some of these as well, but I have no idea how I'm going to decipher those. Now, while that is all of the official releases, of course it is Jagex, so they weren't very smart and left a bunch of the cache open so that players could scrape the data and find the Gridmaster icons that have been leaked. Now, this was leaked, 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 and they've all been confirmed. So we know for sure this is the correct board. Now, what we can assume here is this is most likely going to be chop a maple log. And as you can see, the reward from that is the same as the reward from the first one. If we go over here, we can see that reward is picking between Power Miner, Lumberjack, or Animal Wrangler. So we can assume that you won't have to pick between them. You can get them all 3. We can see down here is a gold ore, which we can assume is miner gold ore. And we can also assume that will be a pick between Animal Wrangler, the harpoon, the axe, or the pickaxe. Then the other leak we have is the Bryo Fighter. We assume that's probably going to be a 1 Bryo Fighter kill. And down here, this is a melee, ranged, and magic gold icon. Now, it's currently speculated that that's going to be 2-tick in every single style, which would be absolutely crazy. Then the last leak down here is the Max Cape here, and the Max Cape has this icon next to it, which is a relic that nobody has seen before, so should be a very interesting one when we find that out. Now, I'm sure you're all saying, Max Cape, there's no way you could get that done in 1 month. Trust me, guys, there's going to be some insane XP multipliers. It starts at 4 times XP base. After that, you should be able to get more multipliers on top. That's going to make all the XP go absolutely crazy, especially those ones where you get XP 50% in skills that you're not even training. Maxing is going to be so quick in this Gridmaster. Now, as of the time of recording this, there is still a few releases left on the board. There's a couple more days until Gridmaster comes out, so there is a couple more things that we will find out. If you guys want to keep completely up to date with what's happening before it happens, come over to my Kick live stream, kick.com/EVscape. I'm going to be theory crafting. I'm going to be going over the grid. I'm going to be practicing my route because the prize, the first 3 people that finish this grid get to create a relic for the next league, which is an insane prize. I can't wait to do that. So I'm going to be going absolutely so hard on this. I'm probably not going to sleep until I finish the grid. So if you guys want to keep up to date with the best thing you can do, I'm also going to be writing a guide, a step-by-step guide for the fastest way to start Gridmaster, so you can explode your progress and go as fast as possible. And that means if you're starting late, you can catch up. If you're starting at the same time as everyone else, you can keep up to pace with me and try and get this done as quick as possible, so you get all of the most powerful stuff and you can mess around and have as much fun during the 1 month. Kick.com/EVscape. Come check it out. I'm also going to be streaming the entire Gridmaster, probably going to be live for 30 hours on the first day. It's going to be crazy. Make sure you guys get down there. Ultimately, Gridmaster is going to provide a look at Jagex's take on a bingo on steroids. I think it's going to be so much fun. It's just a shame that they have done such a terrible job of advertising this. I have heard so many people that have no idea this is even going on. It's going to be incredible. You guys should definitely give it a crack. You can play it super casually. You do not have to grind it, and it's going to be a great time. I would highly recommend checking it out, even though they've done a terrible, and I reiterate, terrible job with the marketing for this. You guys should check it out anyway. But that is going to wrap it up. That is everything you need to know about Gridmaster so far. There are still 2 days as of the time of recording this until the Gridmaster comes out. Maybe there's some new things in the works, but stop by that kick stream and I'll keep you guys up to date. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, leave me a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, which will be day 1 of Gridmaster very soon. Take it easy.